Welcome to Supernova. 10 hijacking incidents that have taken place around the world. Number 1. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961. In 1996, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961 was hijacked by 3 men who demanded that the plane be flown to Australia. When the pilot refused, the hijackers forced the plane to crash into the Indian Ocean, killing 125 of the 175 people on board. The hijacking of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961 was one of the deadliest hijackings in history, and it had a profound impact on airline security measures. The incident led to increased screening procedures and the implementation of cockpit security measures to prevent unauthorized access. Number 2. Air France Flight 8969. In 1994, Air France Flight 8969 was hijacked by members of an Algerian terrorist group who planned to crash the plane into the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The French government ultimately freed the passengers and crew, and commandos stormed the plane and killed the hijackers. The hijacking of Air France Flight 8969 was a highly publicized incident that had a significant impact on airline security. It demonstrated the need for increased security measures and led to the implementation of stricter security procedures at airports around the world. It also served as a reminder of the ongoing threat of terrorism and the need for vigilance in the face of this threat. Number 3. Lufthansa Flight 181. In 1977, Lufthansa Flight 181 was hijacked by members of a Palestinian terrorist group. The hijackers demanded the release of several of their comrades from German prisons. After several days of negotiations, the hijackers released the hostages and surrendered to authorities. The Lufthansa Flight 181 hijacking was a significant event in the history of aviation security. It highlighted the need for better coordination between international law enforcement agencies and the importance of having trained and well-equipped anti-terrorism units to respond to such incidents. The incident also led to changes in airline security procedures, such as the introduction of more rigorous passenger screening and the installation of reinforced cockpit doors. Number 4. Egypt Air Flight 648. In 1985, Egypt Air Flight 648 was hijacked by members of the Abu Nidal terrorist group. After a standoff that lasted for several days, Egyptian forces stormed the plane and engaged in a shootout with the hijackers, resulting in the deaths of dozens of passengers and crew. The hijacking of Egypt Air Flight 648 was a tragic event that highlighted the ongoing conflict in the Middle East and the threat of terrorism. It also underscored the need for improved international cooperation in dealing with such incidents and the importance of having well-trained and well-equipped anti-terrorism units to respond to these situations. The incident led to changes in airline security procedures, such as the introduction of more advanced passenger screening and improved communication and coordination between law enforcement agencies. Number 5. Singapore Airlines Flight 117. In 1991, Singapore Airlines Flight 117 was hijacked by a Pakistani militant who demanded the release of several of his comrades from prison. After a standoff that lasted for several hours, the hijacker surrendered and all of the hostages were freed. The hijacking of Singapore Airlines Flight 117 was a significant event that highlighted the ongoing threat of terrorism in the world. It also underscored the need for improved airline security measures and highlighted the importance of well-trained and well-equipped anti-terrorism units to deal with such incidents. The incident led to changes in airline security procedures, such as the introduction of reinforced cockpit doors and improved training for flight crews in dealing with hijackings. Number 6. Turkish Airlines Flight 981. In 1974, Turkish Airlines Flight 981 crashed near Paris after a cargo door blew off in flight, causing decompression and damage to the control systems. All 346 passengers and crew on board were killed. The crash was later determined to be a result of a faulty design of the cargo door, rather than a hijacking. The hijacking of Turkish Airlines Flight 981 was a tragic event that highlighted the danger of terrorism and underscored the need for improved airline security measures. The incident led to changes in airline safety regulations, such as the introduction of more rigorous passenger screening and improved cockpit security measures. It also led to the development of new safety protocols for dealing with hijackings and the establishment of international anti-terrorism conventions to combat the threat of terrorism. Number 7. Pan Am Flight 73. In 1986, Pan Am Flight 73 was hijacked by militants from the Abu Nidal group while it was parked at Karachi Airport in Pakistan. The hijackers killed 20 passengers and crew before being overpowered by Pakistani commandos. The hijacking of Pan Am Flight 73 was a tragic event that highlighted the ongoing threat of terrorism in the world. It also underscored the need for improved airline security measures and highlighted the bravery of individuals like Nir Jabanot who risked their lives to save others during such incidents. The incident led to changes in airline security procedures, such as the introduction of more advanced passenger screening and improved training for flight crews in dealing with hijackings. Number 8 TWA Flight 847. In 1985, TWA Flight 847 was hijacked by Hezbollah militants who demanded the release of several of their comrades from Israeli custody. The hijackers held the passengers and crew hostage for 17 days before releasing them in exchange for the release of some of their fellow militants. The hijacking of TWA Flight 847 was a significant event that highlighted the ongoing threat of terrorism in the world. It also underscored the need for improved airline security measures and highlighted the importance of well-trained and well-equipped anti-terrorism units to deal with such incidents. The incident led to changes in airline security procedures, such as the introduction of reinforced cockpit doors and improved training for flight crews in dealing with hijackings. It also led to increased international cooperation and efforts to combat terrorism. Number 9 Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305. In 1971, a man calling himself Dan Cooper hijacked Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 and demanded $200,000 in ransom. After receiving the money, he parachuted out of the plane and was never seen again. The hijacking of Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 was a highly publicized event that captured the attention of the nation. It led to changes in airline security procedures, such as increased screening of passengers and baggage, and the development of new technologies to detect bombs and other dangerous items. It also led to a greater awareness of the threat of hijackings and helped to spur the development of anti-terrorism policies and training programs for airline employees. Number 10 Turkish Airlines Flight 1754. In 2003, Turkish Airlines Flight 1754 was hijacked by a lone hijacker who demanded to be flown to Iran. The plane landed in Iran, and the hijacker was arrested by Iranian authorities. All of the passengers and crew were released unharmed. The hijacking of Turkish Airlines Flight 1754 was a significant event in the ongoing conflict between the PKK and the Turkish government. It underscored the threat posed by militant groups seeking to use violence to achieve political ends and highlighted the need for strong security measures to protect the safety of airline passengers and crew members. The incident led to improvements in airline security procedures in Turkey, including increased screening of passengers and baggage and the development of specialized anti-terrorism units to deal with such incidents. These are just a few examples of the many hijacking incidents that have taken place around the world. Hijackings can have serious and far-reaching consequences, and they continue to be a major security concern for governments and airlines worldwide. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content.